Hi, my name is Aseem Jain and welcome to Mongo tutorial. In this topic, we are going to learn how update works in MongoDB. So there are two ways. Simply, once you try to update something, there is something which is called as replace all. For example, I have one record. Let me try to put a record. And then we'll try to update. So if you are trying to do update, it would basically replace the entire body, but there is some way by which you can update the portion of the data. So we'll just quickly see the first scenario, then we'll see another which is called as partial update. So for example, I have db dot, let's say I am doing it in test dot insert, and I am trying to put a record with just two fields. First would be a name, and I may call it as Aseem, and then I would say age, and then I can say it as 40. And this would go because this is a number, it doesn't need any codes, and same with the key. Since in JSON key has to be string, but Mongo console takes it as is. So this is a valid document. Now if I have to update it, so first let me try to do db.test.find, and this is what I find. Now if I have to retrieve it, I can of course always do it by object ID. So how the update works is you have two things. First would be your matcher, and second would be your whatever the updated body. So if I would come here and then inside it I can have any value. So whatever I pass there, that will basically replace the entire body. For example, I want to update the name from Aseem to Prem Aseem. I'll do here and then I will say Prem Aseem. So there is only one record. If I will find it, I will get record. But what has happened that object ID remains same since it's the primary key or primary field. Name has been up, but rest all fields have been replaced basically by whatever you give. And we don't want this. For example, so this is one use case how update works. Second is I just want to update the name, but I want entire rest of the document to remain as is, which is called as partial update. I just want to update some fields, not the entire document. For that, MongoDB has provided dollar $set. So the syntax goes like this: that you will have a collection name dot update, then the query what we called as the matcher, and then if you are trying to do a update, there is something which is called as dollar $set. So we learn about dollar $set, and then we will also implement it. So this is how primarily the dollar $set works. You can give dollar $set, and then inside the bracket you can just give the field names whatever you want to update. So let's see it real quick here with a very simple example. So when I do a find, I have something like this. Just to make it a little bit verbose, we will add a couple of more fields here. So I will have age as 40, and then I will have sex as male, and then I will have city as San Antonio. Okay, so we just have one record, this our record. Now I have to update just the age and not anything else. So how this would work is I will say db.test.update. Now first thing would be the matcher, and then I have to do a partial update query. In the matcher I can give any parameter whatever is existing. Even if I'll give name and if I update the same thing, that works, because while finding it won't clash anything. But to be on safer side, or to be just simple, taking the simple use case, we'll give it the ID. So in all the document, wherever it gets this ID, that would be the target for which the update has to happen. So now we have identified the target. Let's try to update. So please remember, there are few keys which starts with a dollar, which is internal key or operational key for Mongo, on which some operation happens. So for the dollar set, we will give age. For example, my age is not 40 and my age is 16. Now we will do a update. So it gives us the acknowledgement that it found one record which matched over here. Since it was already matched, there was no upserted because it didn't inserted anything. That's why it's 0. But then it said it is modified. One record has been modified. So let's try to see if it has replaced everything or if it has updated just one field, partial update, which we wanted. So we'll do a find. So everything remains same. It has just updated one field. So that is how in MongoDB the partial update happens, and partial update allow us to do a dollar set, and rest other parameters remain same, wherein you want to do a multi update true or false. Multi means instead of giving the object ID, if you are giving some ID on which more than one records can match, then if multi is true, it will update all the records, multiple records. If multi is false, it will update the first record randomly, whatever it finds. Here we can say sex as male. So whosoever are the male, if we try to find those in the matcher with multi is equal to true, all records whoever are male would get updated. If multi is equal to false, they might not get updated. And to provide multi is also simple. You would have this third stuff and you will say multi multi, and you can give it as true or false. This is how it would work. You can tell it as false, which means only whatever first record it would find, that would get updated and nothing else. Instead of doing false and true, Mongo also accepts 0 or 1. So that also works. So coming back to the documentation here, this is how you will do the dollar set, and inside here you can give the fields. And if you go on top of Mongo documentation, it speaks about the multi and you can pass a boolean. Same would be the upsert. Upsert means if it is not able to find the value what you wanted to update, it would create another document. It would upsert, basically it will insert. Either it will update or insert, but something will happen. And write concern and correlation are little bit advanced topics, so we will cover it later in our tutorial. Thanks for watching.